Hey folks, welcome to today's vlog. Been planning this one for a little while, but at the same time I've been doing my best to put it off. It's the start of the winter training plan. I dropped a little teaser just a couple of days ago. Before we do any training blocks, first thing we got to do is an FTP test. So that's today's plan. We're going to do the longer test in Zwift. This is what it looks like. So yeah, it's going to be hard, but it's meant to be hard because it's the marker for what we're going to base all of the training that we're going to be doing over the next 4 weeks. We're going to be following a plan, 4-week blocks. It's all going to get uploaded. You guys can follow along as well. We'll be talking about what we're doing, why we're doing it. But the first thing, as I say, we've got to do is we've got to do that FTP test, the functional threshold power, and then from there we can base our training zones on. So, no point putting it off any longer. Let's get changed, let's get the bike set up onto Zwift, and let's get in there. I'll see you in a sec.
Hey folks, so here we are in Zwift, ready to do our FTP test. Pretty much everything's down the left hand side, so 20-minute warm up. As you can see on the screen, try and just keep the cadence up, or get the cadence up. 20-minute warm up, then we're going to do 3 little ramps, 20 seconds each, just raising the watts. Then we're going to do a 5-minute recovery, 5-minute flat out, 10-minute recovery, and then the 20-minute test at the end. Just over an hour in total. As I said in the intro, the FTP, or functional threshold power, you need that in order to set your training properly. So, functional threshold power. In theory, it's what you can hold for an hour going flat out. Obviously we're not doing an hour's test, we're doing a 20-minute test. So our FTP will be based on 95% of that score. And then once we have that figure, we can work it backwards into all the zones, because each power zone is basically a percentage of the FTP, either up to 100% or over and above 100%. So that's the plan. There's not going to be a huge amount of talking. I might jump in with something to say. Might not. Probably not. So sit back and relax. Where we're heading today is up onto the new road, the road to ruins. We haven't been on it yet. We're not exactly going to be paying much attention to the scenery, to be fair. But I thought since we're doing a test, we may as well use that time to go and scope out the new roads. So the 4-week blocks that we've got coming up, as I said in the intro, we're going to be doing 4-week winter blocks. Every 4th week we'll do a new FTP test, see where we are. And the idea is you can follow along. Obviously at any point you want to ask any questions, drop a comment down below. The sessions are obviously tailored to my needs. So if you want some advice regarding tailoring your own, then as I say, drop a comment. But what I'm going to be working on, which is something that I've discovered over the last year of racing, both on Zwift and outside, my weakness lies in sustaining threshold power and recovering from those efforts. I've improved my climbing ability. Obviously dropping weight was a great help, but my next focus needs to be on developing the aerobic capacity and the body's ability to recover and to maintain output for longer durations. Because as with Zwift races, and certainly outdoors, when I've been mixing it with the Cat 2s and Cat 3s, I've struggled quite a bit, especially when they've decided it's time to put the hammer down. So that's what I need to focus on to get ready for next year out on the road again. And of course, that benefits Zwift racing as well. So my sessions, certainly for the first couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot of sweet spot, so on and around threshold. We're doing some over-unders, so slightly above, slightly under. Quite a bit of tempo riding, so that would be zone 3. And then there'll be the odd little, maybe neuromuscular stuff in there, just to keep the legs sharp when it comes to having to quickly put the power down. Now you might notice, top right, the incline has gone up 8% just now. My watts haven't, and that's because while we're doing the FTP test, we're in the workout mode, as you can see by the little HUD display that I've got. So what happens with that is you do not feel any gradient changes at all. However, if you look at the top, you can see that my speed has dropped down to 7, and that's because the speed is directly affected by the watts and the gradient. I haven't increased my watts because I don't need to. I don't feel the gradient change, but my speed drops. So there's a little tip for anyone who is still working on the Everest challenge. If you want to get some easy climbing miles, get into Zwift to do some workouts, choose the mountain route, and you'll be able to do whatever your workout prescribes, whether it's a zone 2, zone 3, intervals at zone 5, whatever it is, but you won't feel any extra effort because of the incline. It will take you longer to get up that hill because your speed will drop significantly, especially if you decide to go up the tower, but it's a good way of clocking up the elevation. Okay, 4 minutes to go. Here we are coming to the turn, hitting the new road on the right. You see there the little green gate. That's because this road is only available for level 10 and above on Zwift. So I imagine if you are 9 and below, that gate will come up as red. Maybe someone can let me know that in the comments. But yeah, there's been a little bit of discussion on the Facebook pages about whether or not that's fair. People are paying their money, they can't get in. Do you know what? Okay, yeah, I'm level 25, it doesn't affect me, but I think it's fair. At the end of the day, Zwift is a game, and as with most games, especially online games, there are different levels to be achieved to unlock things. And as a noob or a new player, it does feel unfair because there are things which you can't get access to. So for instance, if you play Call of Duty or something like that, you're going to get your proverbial handed to you on a plate at the very beginning because you can't get the best weapon upgrades until you've served your time, gained some experience and moved up some levels. Zwift looks like they're following the exact same model. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But what do you think? Put your comments down below. Let's get the discussion going. Okay, 2 minutes and we're going to kick it up. Starting with 20 seconds at 255, 310, 370. Current FTP is estimated at 284. So those watts down the left, those targets have been assigned by Zwift based on the 284 which I entered. Okay. Wish me luck, folks. Okay, 3 times 1 minute ramps. I'm not going to lie, the 310 and 370 part. So the 5 minutes at 310 coming up. Holy moly. There we are, the noise. I think it turned it down quite a bit for the video, but certainly in my headphones. It's pretty noisy. Coming through little caves here, with a waterfall coming down inside. That's pretty cool. The Zwift guys have done a good job, as you would expect, with the graphics. You can hear the noise building now for the big falls outside. That's pretty cool. Just like the real falls of that size, the noise is deafening in my headphones. Good job, Zwift. Okay, less than a minute, here we go. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I got to go 4 times that for the test, and that 5 minutes was not pleasant. Heart rate was up almost touching 180. I would normally race flat out maybe 172, 176, but I've seen it creeping up and over 180, which again doesn't feel good. So the FTP, like most things, the best idea is not to go out too hard, too fast. Try and measure your efforts. How you want to break those efforts up is up to you, but I would hope first 10 minutes steady to high tempo, next 5 minutes pushing, and then the final 5 minutes hard as I can manage for those 5 minutes. And the idea is that by the time you cross the line, you've got nothing left, which is why you shouldn't go out too hard, too fast, because you'll never make it to the end. So that's the plan. We'll see if I'm able to stick to that. Ideally at this point, you have something nice and iced, maybe some ice cubes, crushed ice to chew on, try and bring the core down. It's been proven that you can reduce your body temperature before you start, or even during, and you can prolong exertion before the body automatically pulls it back with a fear of overheating. Okay folks, here we go. Fingers crossed. Turns out well.
So, here we go. Test done. Not the result I wanted. 238. It's not very high. It's certainly lower than what we had been working off. Although to be fair, that number was from a different trainer. Although some of the figures this year have been utilised using the Garmin, using the vectors out on the road. So we were using the vectors in the Neo today. So that should be a super accurate figure. Maybe it was because we raced the mountain last night. Who knows? But anyway, that's the figure. We'll now base our zones from that, and yeah, tough going. I'm going to grab a shower. We'll get the data back up on the computer screen. We'll have a look at it, and then we'll see where we go from there. Hey guys, welcome back. So, had a little look at the zones there. All the zones are based on a percentage of your FTP. The next 4 weeks, predominantly, we're going to be working on endurance to bulk out the miles and get those miles in the legs ready for later on, or early on, I should say, in next season. And we're going to be doing the majority of our work in tempo and sweet spot. Okay, so we're looking at a percentage of the FTP and giving us a band of the watts that we should be working in. So for instance, endurance, 56 to 75% of whatever your FTP figure is. Anywhere in between that, you're going to be working on the endurance zone. So for me, 130 to 180 watts, and I can just cycle at that all day long. The next video, we're going to be looking at the zones again. We'll give a better explanation as to where the zones lie, what we're going to be working on. We've got 4 weeks ahead. The next video will be telling you what we're going to be doing for week 1, and then so on and so on. So make sure that you've subscribed to the channel if you don't already. Hit the little notification bell, and when the videos go live, you'll get an email saying that you've gone live. Give me a thumbs up if you liked today's video. Share it with all your friends. Let's get as many people involved in this winter training session. And that's pretty much it for today. So as always guys, thanks for watching. See you again soon for a new video. Ride on.